Hi, Chelsea.
Hi.
How are you today?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to build kind of on our last session. And do you remember talking about, remember how I told you about automatic thoughts and how thoughts can influence your behavior or your emotions? And so you have your bad thought process, which can impact your emotions, which can then impact your behavior, right? And it's kind of like a circle, right? Like we talked about. So your automatic thoughts ultimately control your behavior and your depression and stuff like we talked about. So we're going to elaborate a little more on that, and we have a thought record that we can fill out together, and then you'll be able to try one at home by yourself, and then we'll be able to talk about it in the next session, but I'll walk you through it and everything. So, tell me about the last couple of days.
Well, it's been really bad. Like I told you, I have a dog. She's like my life.
Right.
And so I found out, she got really sick earlier this week, and this is the second time. So they told me that, if she gets sick again or she doesn't get better, then we have to take her in and they have to do all these tests on her because she could have lung disease. So I'm really stressed out. I just dropped her off before this, and I'm really nervous. I'm just waiting by the phone all day.
Right.
I'm so scared. Like, what if she dies? I'll just hide in my room and never come out because, I can't live without her.
Right. Okay. So, like, how, on a scale of 1 to 100%, how do you feel about your emotions, like your depression, and like how you're feeling about your dog?
Well, I would say my stress is probably at 98%.
90. Okay. So really, really high.
Yeah.
Okay. What about feelings of sadness?
Well, I'm definitely sad but I think I'd be more sad if she actually died or if I found out something was really wrong. But
okay.
I would say my sadness probably is at 65 or 70.
Okay. Do you have anxiety too, based on what's going on?
Well, yeah, I'm really nervous. Like
okay.
I said, I'm sitting by my phone. I'm just waiting for the call. Like I haven't done anything all day today. I just stare at my phone every 5 seconds, checking.
Yeah.
They still haven't called. I'm just waiting.
Okay. So you're in a very emotional state right now, which is again the automatic thoughts and everything. So which is gonna influence your emotions and stuff, which you just went over here. So, so based on unhelpful thoughts, so that's the next category. So like you've already said, you're stressed, you're sad, anxious.
Yeah.
Do you have any other emotions, kind of? Not percent-wise, but just unhelpful. Like you're afraid, like you said.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm worried. I'd say I'm really worried about her.
Yeah. What in particular? So you're scared that. So, what in particular are you stressed about? I know
I'm scared she's gonna die.
She's gonna die. Okay.
What if they call me and they're like, she's dead. You can't you can't take her home. She's dead. She's just so sick that she died here.
Right. That's your ultimate fear.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give any other minor unhelpful thoughts? Well. I know it all stems from your dog. You're afraid your dog's gonna die. But do you have anything else? Unhelpful, as in, anything else that's popping into your mind? Maybe the vet won't take care of her properly, or maybe she's.
I do really like the vet, but actually it's a different doctor than I had, a different vet that I had last time. So, I know the other guy was good, but
right.
So it could be possible, but I do trust them.
Okay.
I do trust them. I think it's more myself. I'm scared that, she's not going to come out of this.
Okay. And do you have any, blames on yourself or anything?
Well.
Do you think, this is my fault?
I feel like I took pretty good care of her, before she had problems with her teeth and stuff like that, and maybe that was my fault, but I've made a lot of effort brushing her teeth every day, and I feed her the proper food, I do the best I can, and it could be just that she's getting older. You know, like
Okay.
she's 6.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to like the facts that support your unhelpful thoughts. So we'll just focus on that your dog, that you think at the worst case scenario that your dog's gonna die. So like, what facts do you have that support that idea?
Well, that she's already been sick a couple times, and the medication that is not helping her. They told me that it could be something like lung disease, which
is pretty
is not good.
Yeah.
I also get kind of worried because like she's really small. She's only 4 pounds, so like when they give her anesthesia and stuff, sometimes like what if she doesn't wake up? Like they give her too much and like it kills her or something.
Right. Okay. So you have all these kind of facts that are supporting that idea in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Now let's focus on facts that provide evidence against the automatic thought. So like kind of the opposite of what we just talked about. Like when a pet goes to a vet, the chances of them dying.
Well, they have all the medication there.
Right. All the
they can help them.
There.
They can help them. They're doctors for dogs, so they know what they're doing.
And they've been trained.
They know what they're doing. The last guy I saw when he talked to me about doing the diagnostic testing and all that stuff to figure out what's really wrong, he said it could be lung disease.
So there's no definitive.
No, he said it could be, and he did say that if that is what it is, that it can be pretty easily managed. Like they won't die from it.
Yeah.
They could, but the probability of it is low. They can like live their whole life with lung disease as long as you give them the proper medication and stuff like that. And he says, it's pretty easy to manage. It's not that expensive. So.
Okay, so there you go, right there. See how we're kind of talking about stuff that goes against what your automatic thought and belief.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Like so. They have medication. They're trained. Like you don't even know for sure if your dog has anything wrong.
No, I don't.
Right?
She hasn't been diagnosed yet. She doesn't. Right. There could be nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe she just has, I don't know, some inflammation in her throat or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's something not serious.
Not serious at all, right?
It could just be something minor.
So you can't really jump to conclusions. So
no.
Right. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to you have an alternative, and more realistic, balanced perspective. So that's kind of building on what we just talked about. So like, you kind of already answered that one, but so to have an alternative perspective is kind of like there could be nothing wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like
it could be something that's not serious or something that can be managed. Like it doesn't, it might not be that extreme where like, okay, it's life and death. She's gonna die. Like something is so serious. Like maybe it is something minor that can be fixed.
Yeah. Or
that I can manage with medication. Like,
right.
I think I'm a pretty good owner.
Yeah. Yes. So now you had your automatic thought and you have your alternative realistic approach, kind of based on everything you just went over in the last minute or two. So now that we've talked about that, how does that? Are you starting to feel a little better? Are you starting to feel?
Yeah, I actually feel a little bit more calm.
Okay.
Like,
so can we go back and rate your emotions again? How you're feeling? Well, I know it's only been a couple minutes, but stress-wise.
I think actually it's gone down a bit. Like I would say like, realistically maybe like 40%.
Okay,
like,
so that's a big
I'm feeling better. Like
now that you kind of got it all out. And
thinking of what the realistic thing is, it's probably true. She probably isn't going to die.
Yeah. And what about sadness? That's gone down. Now that you're less stressed.
Yeah, sadness has gone way down. Like I still feel sad for her, but
yeah, like it's not impacting your depression as much anymore, right?
No, now I'm feeling a little bit more calm. So now I feel, a little bit more at ease. I can relax a little bit. I can breathe easier. So maybe I'm like.
Do you have a percentage?
10. No, I would say 15.
Oh wow! So that's so we went from 98 to 40 stress wise, and 65 to 15 sideways. Just by talking to everything, and kind of this is like the cognitive behavioral therapy that we talked about, the education, like how the thoughts impact the emotions, which impact your behavior.
Yeah, it really helps.
So, what do you think going forward this next week? You should do. You got to keep reminding yourself about.
She's not gonna die.
About everything we've talked about, yeah. How you can act differently if something else comes up similarly, or something related to your dog. Like, what can you do differently?
Maybe I can ask more questions.
Yeah.
Like next time,
absolutely.
if I have to bring her to the vet, I can ask them more questions. Like, okay, what are the realistic chances that something really bad happens, so that I can hear it from the professionals. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm not going to sit here and stress about it and think like, think the worst. Mm-hmm. I can have a more realistic approach to the situation.
Absolutely. Okay, and you think by doing that you'll be able to?
I think it would help if I talk to them, then that way they can tell me the realistic, statistics of like there's this much percent that she could die. Then it puts me more at ease.
Absolutely. Now that you have all the facts in front of you and you're not kind of guessing and assuming and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you one of these to take home so you can kind of do it yourself. And then next session we'll talk about it and how it goes. And we can start to, in the next couple weeks, build on this kind of stuff. And I'm sure your dog will be fine and everything. And I can already tell you're feeling better from the moment you walked in. So that's good. And we'll see you next week, Chelsea.
Great. Thank you.